A devastating end to a shopping trip in Ogden left Mindee Lavell Elmore dead, allegedly killed by an ex. A spokesperson for the Utah Domestic Violence Coalition says she hopes this will start a conversation.
I definitely think we need to do more to address healthy relationships, communicating about what a healthy relationship looks like from very early on with kids in school.
She says people experiencing domestic violence need a safety plan.
The reality, though, is we put a lot of the onus on the victims, and we often fail to address the fact that the individual perpetrating the crime needs to be held accountable.
Even with a safety plan, domestic violence is unpredictable. The National Coalition Against Domestic Violence reports 1 in 3 women have experienced some kind of physical violence by an intimate partner.
It doesn't reduce the risk factors or concern in any sort of way.
Salas says the pandemic is adding to the problem.
For some people who perhaps were experiencing domestic abuse or violence in the past prior to the pandemic, they might have not experienced it as much, or it might not have seemed as difficult for them because they were able to get away.
Those safe havens have been taken away in many cases.
Whether it was church or a library or school or work or the grocery store. And with COVID, many of those respite options went away.
What happened Saturday was a tragedy, and Salas hopes more will be done to help prevent people from ending up in this type of horrible situation. Yeah, following the shooting here at Smith's, that suspect was involved in a standoff with police where he did ultimately shoot himself. That shooting ended up being live streamed on social media. Sol says anyone who may have shared that, she asked them to please take it down. She says this is something that no one should ever see. And in terms of people who did see it, she's urging those people to talk to someone about it. Live in Ogden, Sydney Glenn, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Thanks so much, Sydney. Ogden Police expect to release the name, condition, and charges against the suspect in this case tomorrow. Now, we want to remind you, if you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, you can call the number there on your screen. There is help available. It's 1-800-897-LINK. That's 1-800-897-5465. And of course, if you are in immediate danger, call 911.